Hi! Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Elden Ring. This is episode number 27, being recorded on Thursday, November the 10th, 2022. I hope you're all having a fantastic day whenever it is you find yourself watching this. So it's been a couple of days since I recorded the previous episode. And, where do we want to go from here? I'm trying to remember where we left off in the previous episode. Gosh, I probably should have done the greeting from here, because I don't think we actually checked the area behind Oridius's rise. I don't think we looked back here. I was thinking that we should probably proceed in this area. I might as well remove all of the beacons we set in the previous episode because, yeah, there are more areas that we need to explore in this region than there are beacons we can place. So, paralysis of analysis. Yeah, let's actually go start here at beside the Crater-Pocked Glade. Okie dokie. So we have the friends here who we disappointed in the previous episode by obliterating their champion. Who is this here? Oh. I was like, who is this? Yeah, it's only been a couple days, so I don't really have any excuse for being lost and not knowing what's happening. But yeah, there you have it anyway. I'm lost regardless. Unlike the previous recording session where it had been a couple of weeks. Yeah, it has not been a couple of weeks. It's just been 2 days. So we have an item here that looks like it's not one of the upgrade material ones. It's not the one that's gold and therefore presumably rare and special, but it's the in-between item shiny. Starlight Shards. What was that for again? I actually don't remember. For using to gradually recover FP. So that might actually be pretty useful in certain situations. So it's like a life gem, but for FP, as in a life gem from Dark Souls 2. Beautiful view ahead. Therefore, don't stress. Darn it. I feel like, I've mentioned this in several episodes now, but I feel like they made that a lot more difficult to do with the most recent update. That is to summon Torrent while on uneven ground. This was where one of the turtles was, if I recall correctly. I think that's what all the messages are here to indicate, yeah. So maybe we did sufficiently check this particular area. You all know I can't resist, even though they're now going to our storage box because we have so many. We have not acquired that Site of Grace yet. And you know what? I'm now remembering that I'm pretty... Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we checked and determined that there was no way for us to climb up here. And there may not be, but there is one of those well springs down there that we can just very easily use to lower ourselves down. So let's do that. Very nice. Okay. And then we'll just light the Site of Grace and have a seat. Oh, it's late night, which means this friend might actually disappear if we don't fight them now. So let's do that. No. Gosh darn it. This one has a like triple Morning Star. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I deserve that. Too slow. Much too slow. This horse is really struggling. Ash of War Barricade Shield and Knight Rider Flail. This Ash of War grants no affinity to an armament, but imparts the following skill. Barricade Shield. Skill made famous by Sir Neidhart. Focus your energy into the shield, temporarily hardening it to deflect greater blows. Usable on all shields. The only Neidhart I know is a racist wrestler. Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Yeah, not... great person to be associated with. Knight Rider Flail. A flail with 2 additional bludgeoning heads. Weapon of the Knight's Cavalry. For some reason I can't pronounce that word. Who ride funeral steeds. The large spikes make it highly effective at inducing blood loss, but also demand higher dexterity to wield. Skill. Spinning Chain. Spins the striking part of a flail at high speed to attack. Follow up with a normal or strong attack to link the momentum of this skill into a successive attack. Okie dokes. Well, let's have a rest now. Castle Morne Rampart. So Rampart, if I recall correctly, is referring, I think, to one of these towers or something. This wall, I think. I want to say I looked that up in an earlier episode. One of the Liurnia of the Lakes episodes, because... Oh no, that was the trestle. Okay, and we might as well look up what a rampart is. Hold on one second. It's time for Fun with Definitions. Rampart, as a noun, is a defensive wall of a castle or walled city, having a broad tip with a walkway and typically a stone parapet. As a verb, it means to fortify or surround with, or as if with, a rampart. Okay, that makes sense. So, yeah, that's the rampart, I guess. It's in pretty rough shape when you look at it and consider there's a massive hole in the middle, but I have a merchant friend here. Hello.
Buying or selling?
Both, depending on what you have. Demi-Human mobs. A note sold by a nomadic merchant contains information about demi-human mobs. Well, I am a paying customer. A medallion with crimson amber inlaid boosts maximum HP. The Erdtree's old sap becomes amber, treasured as the most precious of jewels in the age of Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. A primordial life energy resides inside. We have the leather set, which I think was one of the starting sets. Nothing really that speaks to us or that we might want to pick up, so we'll just leave that. Wooden round shield, and a red thorn round shield. Its emblem is an ancient thorn design. Though it isn't much, it boosts fire damage negation. We got ballista bolts, great arrows, used by archers of monstrous strength employed by a lord's army. Ah, bastard sword. Oh, I usually... Yeah, this or a claymore. If we find a claymore, I might mix up my build, but yeah, I think we have 8,000 runes. Might as well purchase it. Might as well also purchase the stone sword key. How many of these do we have already? We already have 3, but yeah, I guess you can't have enough. A cracked pot, also can't have enough of those. Smithing stone level 2, we do not need. Oh, I'm just noticing now. If you look closely at the smithing stone, you can see there's sort of a constellation drawn on it, or, you know, inscribed in it. Maybe these are meteors or something. That would actually make sense. Smithing stone is found throughout the lands between, and mining galleries built to excavate, although it wouldn't make sense if they were mining it from the earth, then yeah, that's something else entirely. And Kukri, okay. Thanks, friend. Oh, I guess we should purchase some arrows. You can always use more arrows. Oh, you're welcome. I don't know why I'm bothering with all this stuff. I have been crafting a little bit, but really not all that much. But yeah. So before we proceed in that direction, it looks like this is the direction to get to the Erdtree. I am curious as to whether this Erdtree will be associated with an avatar or not. I can't remember whether we're able to just walk out of this one here, nor whether we cleared the Forest Lookout Tower. I'm reasonably certain we cleared the Forest Lookout Tower. Normally, I have a slightly better memory about the previous episode because normally I've completed the editing by this point, but for this particular episode, I have not. I've not even started editing episode 26, so that's why I'm so lost. So what I think we'll do is we'll start back here again, and then we'll head in this direction. Because I do want to make sure, because yeah, I don't think we can get up here from the Bridge of Sacrifice. Although we might be able to just walk out here. Okay, we'll try the Earthbore Cave first. I probably should not have started actually exploring this area in the previous episode. I have made it a bit more difficult on myself by having done that, but you know, it is what it is. I didn't want the previous episode to end where it did, which would have been a rather short episode. For some reason I was thinking it looked like you might beware of dastards, so I assume that means someone lying about whether there's something over there. A little tent here. Oh yeah. I'd already forgotten about the trap, my goodness. Not a tremendous trap, friends, but you know, kudos for trying, I suppose. You did almost get me in the previous episode, maybe if I wasn't so over-leveled. I'm also realizing now we have not looked at that note we picked up about the Demi-Human mobs. So let's sneak into the bush here and do that. Note sold by a nomadic merchant imparting knowledge in brief. Slay the Demi-Human mob's leader first, and the rest will lose hope and panic. Okay, yeah, I was not aware of that. That is sad. Very, very sad. Oops. So which one is the leader? What is this one doing here? Is he sharpening his knife with his shield, or is he like carving his shield up? I would assume the leader is the one with the massive club. But I also don't know if these friends are in the same group, so... Okay, friends, you're probably better off just not aggroing onto me. Don't know if you stand any chance given how over-leveled I am. Okay, we'll try to take out the big friend first. It didn't seem to work. Oh. I thought maybe they were just trying to, you know, puff up their chests, so to speak. But, yeah, they're not, I guess, exceptionally bright. Unless I've misclassified the leader, which is entirely possible. We can summon some friends here, so let's summon our Raya Lucaria soldier friends. Don't know how long that will actually last, but... Again, impossible to resist. Like, it's possible, but just not for me, for some reason. So here's that, what looked on the map like a hedge maze or something. Oh, okay, that's the leader, I guess. Sorry, friend. Demi-Human Queen's Staff. Crystal Burst. Oh. Oh, no, 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 friends! Stop! No! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. It's okay. You're fine. You're fine. It's okay. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, I made a big mistake by summoning those friends. I really did not need it. Yeah, I should have known better. I'm sorry. Arteria Leaf. Oh, man, that's so sad. Oh. Okay. I'm going to assume that this is a... Oh, or not. Didn't expect Lord. Let there be sorcery. Well done. Okay. Well, that's sad. A few unnecessary deaths just now. So, yeah, you'll all have to accept my sincerest apologies for that. Bastard Sword we've already read. Oh, gosh darn it. What was it that we picked up? I think it was this. Demi-Human Queen's Staff. Glintstone Staff styled as a scepter. A gift once given to the Demi-Humans to foster peace. It can be wielded even by those of low intelligence. Sneered at by fools in the academy. That's very interesting. You know, that one message said, seek sorcerer. In order to open that... In order to progress in the study hall. But, you know, the more I think about it, the more I'm going to assume that, yeah, it's probably not the key to the study hall. But just every person I see who can be even remotely described as a sorcerer at this point, I'm just like, oh, is this the sorcerer we're supposed to seek? Eventually, I'm sure we'll figure it out, but... Because, yeah, I'd really like to see what is at the top of that divine tower. Is it the other fingers from that hand? So is it just the friends who were immediately around the queen? No. I mean, yes. Yes, it was. These ones are still aggro, so... Sorry, friends. You should all know that your queen is dead, so... Oh, okay. I guess this would have been their leader. Oh. No. Gosh darn it. Did not deserve that kill. Just... matter of being over-leveled. Bloodstained dagger. Dagger with a bloodstained blade. Afflicts target with blood loss. As blood darkened the dagger through repeated slashing and stabbing, its blade only grew sharper and harder. Apologies, I, for some reason, tripping over my tongue today. So I hope you're all, as I mentioned off the top, having a fantastic day today. My wife and I are still playing the waiting game. 5 days until the baby's due date. And yeah, still not quite there yet. So we're both off work now. As I mentioned in the previous episode, I finished my paper that I was working on, which I think will be the last, at least for a long time, the last academic paper I will have written. Which, you know, I'm at peace with at this point, because, and, you know, I haven't started my new job, so maybe I won't like my new job and I'll miss it. But yeah, just 5 days to go. Statistically speaking, people, when a woman gives birth to their first child, it's about a week late on average, relative to the due date. So yeah, it could be as late as November 22nd. We're trying to avoid inducing the labor because, yeah, it's just not something we want to do. We would rather baby decide on their own when they're ready to arrive. But yeah, on the flip side, I'm not starting my new job until December 1st. Where's this underground tomb that was mentioned? There's another wellspring thing, so we can use that to jump up to where the Erdtree is, seemingly. Underground tomb ahead. Which direction are you facing, though? I appreciate messages, but I do think that sometimes people... it would be better if you used the gestures that are associated with the messages to specify which end is ahead. I assume it's here. But how the heck do we get around? Probably with the horse. But yeah, so we're just waiting now, waiting to see. The estimated due date is almost certainly not going to be the date the baby arrives, but although, you know, I suppose it could be. And yeah, I don't start my new job until December 1st, and you know, I think we would much rather, well, we would definitely much rather have both of us. My wife is going to be going on maternity leave. We'd rather have the both of us have some more time with the baby before I start my new job, because, you know, obviously starting a new job, I'm going to be busy half the time, even though I'm mostly going to be working from home. But yeah, so I think that the due date is ideal, but obviously, yeah, we don't want to. There are a lot of unnecessary complications that come with induction, so we'd rather not go that route. So just playing the waiting game at this point. No trap Ed, thank you. I'm still going to check anyway. Shield of the Guilty. Wow, that looks frightening. Is that actually a shield? It looked like it was a headpiece almost. Indeed, it is a shield. Shield made to venerate a maiden whose eyes were crushed by briars of sin before being reborn in these lands. Venerating the repose of the soul, this shield boosts focus. The briars can be used to attack foes. Okay, I have to look up a couple more words here because before my wife and I moved into our current place, we looked at a place in a neighborhood called Briar Hill, and at the time I wondered what the heck is a briar, but you know, I didn't go as far as to look it up, but now I have a reason to. So it's time for fun with definitions. Any number of prickly, scrambling shrubs, especially the sweetbriar and other wild roses. So that makes sense when you look at the image that the item is associated with here. Venerating means to praise or worship. And what was the other word we needed to look up? Repose. Or repose. As a noun, it means a state of rest, sleep, or tranquility. As a verb, to be lying, situated, or kept in a particular place. So venerating the repose of the soul, which means the place where the soul is kept. Venerating the repose of the soul, this shield boosts focus. So are they saying, maybe I'm completely misinterpreting this, the repose of the soul. that the soul is in the head? I might be completely misinterpreting that. My apologies if that's the case, but yeah. Very interesting looking shield, that's for sure. Very much doubt there's anything up here. Indeed. Okie dokes. Where to now? So we could use the wellspring to shoot up. I don't know if we looked there. Maybe we'll check out these two things. So I'm just trying now to think of the features on the map that require exploration. I'm thinking back to the Three Sisters. The idea that I was like, well, there's nothing here, guys. We should just move on. It's fine. But like, it was all, Three Sisters. And I was like, oh, gee, it's strange that there's only 2 towers here. It's not a 3rd tower. And also we had an underground area here. So like, I was thinking last night, this game is essentially cartography simulator. And so, it's important to think about the features on the map and why they're there. And then while preparing to record, I was also thinking like, all of these people in boats and rowboats, and then there's like a vortex here, or whirlpool or something, and, there's a ship over here, so, I am just very curious about, because everything on the map appears to be there for a particular reason, and in this case, as a way of sort of aiding in our exploration, I guess, I'm trying to think of, like, different ways we can more quickly and easily explore each area, and one of them is just paint. Oh goodness, that scared the daylights out of me. Friends, I should have seen that coming, but well done. I was waiting for them to try and attack so I could parry them, but yeah, no dice. Gold tinge, excrement, and string. Okie dokes. So we have these ruins here, and another ghost friend. Does not look like there's much here. These things usually have, or often they have an item at the top. I think, anyway. Though not in this particular instance. Okay. Fair enough, from Soft. Fair enough. Okay, let's see what Ghost Friend, sort of intel Ghost Friend can lend us. Hello. Where to? Oh wait, is this the same Ghost Friend? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the same Ghost Friend. Yeah, okay, never mind. Sorry everyone. We followed that Ghost Friend in the previous episode. I just have no memory whatsoever. I think it's because we were approaching it from a different angle. That's going to be my excuse anyway. It is nice of the Ghost Friend, however, to direct you a second time, in case you missed it the first time. This is, I believe, where we... Yeah. These friends are still scared here. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. Just want to make sure we are not missing anything over here. It looks like might be. Oh, that's interesting. That looks like one of those things that falls from the Erdtree. I'm really hopeful one of you who is perhaps more well-versed about the lore of Final Fantasy and the very different Final Fantasy games, can help me out of this trap that I've been in the whole playthrough, where I look at these friends and I go, gosh, they look just like friends from Final Fantasy. And yeah, I've been completely unable to think about and yeah, figure out who it might be. Faith Knot Crystal Tear. A crystal tear forms slowly over the ages where the Erdtree's bounty falls to the ground. Can be mixed in the flask of wondrous physic. The resulting concoction temporarily boosts one's faith. Okie dokie. It is somewhat useful, I suppose. Very situational item. Many of those, in fact. Very situational. Like if you wanted to just maybe not level faith to the degree that you might need to use a particular incantation, and then, you know, you can just drink the flask of wondrous physic to address that temporarily if you need a buff or something. Frame rate is about to die. Poison Bloom times 5. These flies here because of the Poison Bloom? Okay, they seem to have dissipated. That's interesting. Okay, so this is leading up here. Number 2, I think, is right where the wellspring or whatever it's called is that will lead us up there. But I guess this will also lead us up there, so we don't really need that. But still, we should go make sure that we're not missing anything over there. So what is up here then? Yeah, I'm also hopeful that we can get something up here that will help us with the Frenzied Flame Village. Sorry, friend. Don't know that you have any reinforcements who are coming. So I'm just going to take the refill of my flask, which I don't need. Gosh darn it. I realized as soon as I was hitting him, I'm like, oh no, my flasks are already full. Oh. Okay. I see gravestones. Trying to think of that painting. Oh, we have a ghost friend here. The mausoleum prowls, cradling the soulless demigod. Oh, Marika, Queen Eternal, he is your unwanted child. Okay. Seek Old Codger, and then behold Underground Tomb. Okay, not sure what that means, but Church of Pilgrimage. And another statue of Radigan. Sacred Tear. Oh, we can talk to Melina. Okay, that's interesting. We have not spoken to her in quite some time.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you? In Marika's own words, then, after thy death, I will give back what I once claimed, return to the lands between, wage war, and brandish the Elden Ring, grow strong in the face of death. Warriors of my lord, Lord Godfrey.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing, friend. So if
I turn your runes to strength, Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambition.
So I was wondering about that because we just sort of level up on our own now. And I was wondering, did she just show us how to do it? But then, yeah, if you see her again, you can, I guess, get her to do it again. So, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing, though. Okie dokie. Those who live in death. Why is it always bad luck? Hello, I'm just here to loot the graves. Don't mind me. Blood grease. It's interesting how many of these churches, yeah, have a graveyard right outside. I suppose it makes sense, but to have the funeral rites performed right there and then just bury them outside. Gilded iron shield. Small metal round shield, heavier than a wooden shield, but boasts higher damage negation. Though the gold leaf is peeling and the effect is slight, it still boosts holy damage negation. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much else over here. So now the question is, do we proceed to the Erdtree or do we go here? We should go there, perhaps, and then just use the wellspring or whatever it's called to give us a boost on up. Hi, friends. See you later. Oh no. I almost triggered a death volume, potentially. Kill volume, whatever the heck you would call it. But again, I still don't have a tremendous sense of the fall damage in this. Okay, there really does not appear to be much here. So the question now is, do we explore south of here, this entire region, or do we go back up? I think we should go back up, and then we are supposed to do up before down. Again, sort of violating my own exploration heuristic again, but I did want to check to see that there were no items on top of that roof there, but it does not look like there are. So, moving on. Oh, you're new. Very new, actually. Oh no, you're not. The tree guardians. Gosh darn it. Guardian mask. Okay, we've not had one of those yet. Oh, well done, friend. You had the high ground and you made good use of it. It's a bridge here, it looks like. Where does that lead? Oh, okay. Interesting. So, over to that site of grace that we've already unlocked. So there are a few ways of getting up onto this high ground here. Seemingly, anyway. Okay, actually, I think I made a mistake. Does not seem to be a way to get all the way up there, so we just sort of wasted our own time there. Oh no, we can just follow this path, I think. So the wellspring is not a tremendous help in that regard. Because we have to backtrack anyway to get back up here. So now we're back to where we were. Okay. Just a minor inconvenience. Hey, turtle friend. Dragon. You worry about... I still, like... Is it because there's no word for turtle? That the meme is just... Everyone is just using any other thing to talk about turtles. There's one of those roving mausoleums again. This one appears to be still for some reason. Okay, yeah, we don't want to go that way yet. We want to go up. Oh, bats are just going for a walk, I guess. So this must be the underground thing that person was talking about. And once again, the jellyfish friends are marking the location. The game really does do a lot to ensure that you're not missing things. So not only the statue, but also the jellyfish friends, the ghosts, like, yeah. So, not necessarily a bad thing, just something they've done. Likewise with the Guidance of Grace as far as the story areas are concerned. Tombsward Catacombs. Hello. Okay, there's an item on top of those ruins there. Something to note for later. I'm gonna have to take a break for lunch very shortly, but I think we should proceed a little bit longer, see what's going on with this Erdtree. Sorry, Guardian friend. You know, I don't really remember whether the other Guardians were, in fact... Oh, yeah, okay, I was wondering whether there would be an Erdtree Avatar here, and there is. But, yeah, I don't remember whether the Guardians were also using poison in the other areas. I want to say they were. Which would be consistent with sort of how we've thought about the dragons up, or the dragons, the Erdtree Avatars and the Erdtree, and the storyline around, you know, the stuff secreting from the roots of the tree and everything. So, yeah, not unexpected. Aurelia, I need you. I got greedy. Once again, I got greedy. That's okay. We are over-leveled like crazy at this point. Opaline Bubble Tear. Crimson Burst Crystal Tear. A crystal tear forms slowly over the ages where the Erdtree's bounty falls to the ground. Can be mixed in the Flask of Wondrous Physic. Provides significant damage negation. However, this effect only occurs once and will expire after a certain duration. What does that mean, only occurs once? How does that differ from temporarily? This one says that it gradually restores one's HP over time. That's also potentially useful. Okie dokes. Again, the pots are all over the place. Which has been... We've seen that at, I think, every single minor Erdtree, or at least anyone that has had an Erdtree Avatar. You can hear what sounds like a scarab. There it is. Well, that's an exploding scarab, I think. Or maybe not. Okay. Oh, singing bat friend. And more Erdtree guardians. Or at least one. Oh, there's another one over there, it looks like. Yeah, not much else going on here, it looks like. Okay, straight ahead it does appear as though there's something. Or maybe it's just the concert ground for, singing bat friend. Hey, you all have red eyes. The other Demi-Humans did not. I wonder why that is. You can see smoke rising from the castle over there. Is he down there? I think he might be down there. Get wrecked. Yep. Didn't expect sound. So maybe we can walk down there from elsewhere? What the? Oh my gosh. What is going on? Oh my goodness. The Havoc physics engine, sometimes it really does just... I guess, yeah. As the name suggests, it wreaks havoc. Am I missing anything up here? I don't think I am. I guess there was this... We can climb up here just to make sure there's no items. This is probably just going to be crafting materials or something. Or just sanctuary stones. Oh, it's moving. Sounds like the... Yeah, it's moving. I was wondering when we were looking at it in the distance and it wasn't moving, whether it... Maybe we just hadn't reached the trigger point yet. So all these things that I experienced for the first time in other areas, I was actually seemingly meant to experience them here. So that's kind of funny. I suppose that's just how it goes, especially when it's an open world game, such that you know you can. Whoa, that was close. You can experience things in really any order. Well done, friend. Poisoned me good. Probably should have healed after taking that out, but... Sliver of meat. I probably should have just left them alone. Wait, so I didn't... Oh, I did end up finding the tomb. Okay. So now, yeah, we still have not found that cave yet. Oh, gosh darn it. I guess I'd be upset too if they came and murdered the most talented singer of my species. Although there do appear to be many of them at this point. Okay, so we can comb that area later. Or should we comb it first, and then when we start heading south here, just start combing that area as well? Tough decision. Maybe first, we're looking for 3. First, I want to see if we can reach the cave from up here, or if we're meant to actually do that while being a bit lower. I'm also wondering, because we have not seen... There are those Erdtree Catacombs that we came across in Caelid. We've not yet explored there yet, though. No, yeah, we'll need to go down in order to find that cave, it looks like. So, yeah, we'll have to return to that. Unless that's what we want to do next. Maybe we can, yeah, we'll go to the bridge, go down there to unlock the cave, and then we'll return here, and then come down this way and explore everything there. I think that's probably the most efficient way to do it. So, yeah, let's do it. Okay, we need to go east. And so while traveling through the routes from our previous location to our current one, I had some lunch. So yeah, much better equipped now to continue. Oh wait, no, that's west. Gosh darn it. Never eat shredded wheat, Aegon. Come on. As I mentioned earlier, I'm thinking about this game more and more as like cartography simulator. That it really does force you to, quote unquote, get good at cartography and mapping and exploring an entire area. Coming up with a likely danger. Coming up with some sort of mechanism or approach, a methodology, if you will, for exploring. And getting to know the land, getting to know the people. And so it's quite interesting in that sense, and something that, you know, hearing people talk about how they are looking forward to me playing the game. Because they thought that I would like a heck of a lot what the game is doing. And yeah, oh wait, did I just mess this up? I just messed this up. This reminds me of the bridge in Catacombs of Karthus, how creaky it is. Probably the same sound effects, but anyways. But yeah, the game, if you want to understand what's going on, you really do need to work at it. And, you know, that's, I suppose, in some respects, very typical FromSoft, but in the context of this game especially, it's a very particular approach to doing that sort of thing. So here is the cave we saw. Morne Tunnel. So I suppose all the tunnels have those very... Looks like it's an archway. It's sort of like on fire or something. Okie dokes. So that's one more area found. Obviously now we have to leave in order to be able to warp away from here. I'm looking for items off the side, as I really just... Sometimes I wish they could just let an elevator be an elevator. FromSoft, please. We should probably explore this channel, actually, before warping away. I think that would actually be smart. Tunnel ahead. Oh, leave me alone, bats. Ouch. Well played, but still, you're annoying. Mashing R1 there. Okay, I'm not sure how I want to play this one. Suppose we could just, yeah, you know, probably not worth it wasting time with the arrows. We can just tank through the damage. Maybe I'll put some boluses on our hotbar. And then we'll just deal with the damage. That's fine. Oh, I am going to want to change the Cerulean Tears mix that we're using, though, very soon, because we have a couple of options that are preferable to what we were previously using. Ouch. Uh-oh, that's bad. I flew a little bit close to the sun there, but thankfully it wasn't too close. I was hoping to open them up for a critical attack, but I'm not been having any luck with that with these friends. Gonna be picking up a lot of Poison Bloom from this and Miranda Powder. Yeah, maybe we should just use Cure Poison instead of the boluses. Yeah, you can almost take them out in one stamina bar, but not quite to the point where, yeah, if you just try to tank through the damage, you'll end up getting murdered by that thing. If we're doing charged R2s, let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so 3 charged R2s will open them up for a critical attack. Golden Rune. Yeah, as I suspected, lots of Poison Bloom, lots of Miranda Powder. Oh yeah, Root Resin here as well. Okay, that was a pretty... I guess... wasn't expecting that much, but... I suppose that's a very similar setup to what we saw before we reached the Ruin-strewn Precipice. Similar sort of, yeah, gauntlet of enemies. Okie dokes, so, we've done that, we've done this. So next, really, is this entire area here. So we should warp back up to the Church of Pilgrimage. where to first now? Probably this area here. This looks like it could be an Evergaol here and here. And we'll start with that. And then work our way around to the rest of the area. Yeah, it's quite something looking at the amount of time we've been playing this game already. 100 hours we've been playing this. Which I've heard people say maybe 300 hours for a comprehensive playthrough. And I can see that, but that means if this is the 27th episode, that's what, 81 episodes we're on pace to do, something like that, which, again, not out of step with what we were told, which was 100 episodes. But yeah, wow, that's a lot of episodes. And at least some portion of them, so we have these friends who are the guardians, once again, of the roving mausoleum. That the baby will be born before we're even like halfway through this playthrough, because baby's coming and we're still only on episode 27. So my original plan, which was to record the entire playthrough in advance to completely avoid spoilers, is more and more looking like it may not come to fruition, which is fine. I suppose my concern at this point, it's not even so much a concern as it is just like, it would have been nice to have been able to do that and completely avoid spoilers. I think spoilers may be inevitable at this point. So I might just start releasing the episodes after the baby's born. Again, I think I've mentioned that previously. I've not fully figured out when that'll be. Would like to do it before Christmas. Or Soulsmas. That was a tarnished friend. That was interesting. Oh, you are also a tarnished friend. Thankfully, I'm over-leveled. But yeah, we'll see. So if one day you start seeing that there is no more disclaimer at the beginning of the episode, that's what happened. I decided that, yeah, it would be better to start actually releasing the episodes rather than to just hold on to them until I'm done, because I don't know when that's going to be. Winged Scythe. Sacred Scythe, resembling a pair of white wings, deals holy damage. According to pagan belief, white-winged maidens are said to be death's gentle envoys. Unique skill, Angel's Wings. Jump and imbue the wing blade of the armament with light, then deliver a slashing attack on the enemy. The white wings impede recovery actions using a Flask of Tears. That is a very interesting weapon, both from a lore perspective as well as a gameplay perspective, because the special skill is essentially a Lloyd's Talisman to prevent recovery. Yeah, that's really interesting. So that would be a very good PvP item, I think, if you were any good at using it. Okay, where to from here? Just southwest-west. Again, I can hear... Oh yeah, here's the Evergaol. I hear a scarab somewhere, though. I know it's not in this direction, but I just want to make sure we're not missing anything. Okay. I think this scarab might be on top of the ruins here. There it is. Oh, gosh darn it. Divine Fortification. Incantation of the Two Fingers Faithful increases holy damage negation. This incantation can be cast while in motion. Follow the path that has been set for you, and you will make enemies of all others. The monks, the sorcerers, the ancient dragon knights, and the scions of gold. Heed me. The lands between offers no welcome to the tarnished. That is very interesting. Sorry, I'm not saying anything, because I'm just, I guess, processing it. Follow the path that has been set for you, and you will make enemies of all others. I think that's probably true regardless of whether you're following the path or not. No one here is very welcoming at all. Nor should we expect that, just given everything we know about FromSoft games. Again, that just gave me a very real sense of, I don't want to say vertigo, because I know that's a specific medical term, but like just looking down going, whoa, that's quite the height there. Oh. This Evergaol is sealed. Weeping Evergaol. Or is it? So what would using this sword stone do here? No precious item ahead, therefore seek detour. Okay. Weak foe ahead. Try fire. Okay. This is the first time we've encountered a swordstone key, I think, anyway, that hasn't been associated with an obvious benefit. Or like, you know, here's a door you can't get through. Wouldn't you love a swordstone key? Okay, let's use it. Okay, never mind. My assumption is that we would not, even though we had the dialogue option, we would not have been able to enter had we not used it, so. Okay, hold your horses, I'm coming. I just have to enter the Evergaol real quick, friend. Be right there. Nice and quiet. I was looking to see if we could see the thing moving, because obviously we're still in the same area. They've just changed the time of day and stuff around us. Ancient Hero of Zamor. Whoa. Okay, you are really cool looking. Watch out for frost. Radagon's Scar Seal. Okay, what is Radagon's Scar Seal? Is that going to keep holding on hope that one of these items is going to be the one we're waiting for? No, it's not. Raises attributes, but also increases damage taken. An eye engraved with an Elden rune, said to be the seal of King Consort Radagon. Raises vigor, endurance, strength, and dexterity, but also increases damage taken. These seals represent the lifelong duty of those chosen by the gods. Fascinating, but also frightening at the same time. Okay. Well, thank you, Evergaol friends. A lot of people locked up in Evergaols in this world, which I suppose should not surprise me. But yeah. And I guess just generally, lots of pop-in happening here. Generally speaking, a lot of, and again, I'm not saying this to criticize the game, it's not really criticism, but lots of, more of an observation, but lots of reused assets in each area, which is fine, but yeah, just interesting. You can't make a game this massive without reusing an asset or two, of course, but it's like each area has its own this, that, and the other. Like each area has its own formula and things that are in it, and you just have to sort of, you know, check all the items off the list. Okay, here's this area's, you know, roving mausoleum. Here's this area's Evergaol, and yeah, it's interesting. Tombsward. So I'm wondering now, will we be able to duplicate a soul here? Because in the previous one we found, we were not able to duplicate the Great Rune. Or the memory, whatever the heck it was called. See another horseback friend over here. Or is it? No. One of those Shiva these friends. Oh, that was dreadful. He missed and I missed. Sorry, wolf friend. He does not appear to have been really guarding anything in here, though. Okay. Moving on. Where are the barnacles on this, suppose we should take out these friends just in case. So the trick with these is always, where are the barnacles that you need to obliterate? Looks like they're just on the feet again this time. Oh, oh, that was really dumb. Barnacles. It's supposed to be like an indication of like those who live in death or something. So you don't actually have to rid the thing of all of them, just some of them it looks like. Typically there's a critical mass you seem to have to hit. Maybe the barnacles are, because barnacles are typically, and you can see they sort of look like skulls as well, like you can see faces in them. Barnacles are to some degree a sign of neglect when it comes to, you know, human things. You have a dock with lots, or a boat with a ton of barnacles on it, means that it, you know, hasn't been cared for properly by the owner. You know, other issues that could arise because of that. You know, the boat could become too heavy and therefore sink because it's not meant to be carrying that much weight around. Ouch. So, you know, the fact that we have to rid this thing of the barnacles in order to access the mausoleum would seem potentially to indicate that people inside have been subject to neglect, and that, yeah, I don't know. Just completely speculating. So they're like skull barnacles, kind of. Okay, so for this one, we can duplicate. I still don't have any clue about this aspect of it, though. We've already duplicated one for Godric, but not for Rennala, so we might as well duplicate Rennala. Very strange thing. I don't get it whatsoever, but you know, far be it for me to pass up free runes, even though I've not used any of the boss souls, quote unquote. I've not used them as like currency yet, but I suppose I could. Okay, these friends are heading up here. That's interesting. To this church. What you doing, friends? Where are you going? Oh, nice. Nice try there with your instant transmission attack. Thankfully, we were wise to that based on someone else. I think it might have been these friends, but it could have been someone else who was using their own sort of form of the instant transmission attack. Gosh darn it. That was terrible. Oh, okay, Aegon. Just finish him off. Mausoleum Greaves. Pretty sure we read that already. Yeah. There was another item we got that I did not read. And what was it? Oh, it was the Guardian Mask. Engraved golden mask worn by guardians of the minor Erdtrees. In accordance with an ancient pact with the Erdtree, it is said that their deaths led not to destruction, but instead to renewed eternal life as guardians. I think we read that in a different item description. Okay, I've got everything sorted now by order of acquisition. It's just easier to remember what we've picked up and what we haven't, and when we've picked it up. Which is, yeah, tremendously helpful, I think. And yeah, my apologies, 4th Church of Marika. So we've been to the 3rd church, was it? I think was it in Caelid? No, Smoldering Church. 3rd Church of Marika, I think, was in Limgrave proper. Don't remember. Yeah, there. So if this is the 4th one, we're the 1st and the 2nd. Okie doke. So yeah, so some of the churches have Marika in them, some of them have Radagon. It just occurred to me that we've not yet gone back and spoken to Turtle Friend in light of the revelation we received concerning Radagon in the previous episode. But yeah, I don't know if that's worth doing just yet, because last time we went expecting him to have new dialogue, he didn't. So yeah, who knows. Sacred Tear. Again, I think we're probably going to need multiples of those at this point to upgrade our flask, but let's give it a shot anyway. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Cool. Works for me. So our flask is now up to what? +5. Wow. The upgrade levels must go much higher in this game than in previous FromSoft Souls games. Okay, so there's a couple of hydras down there. Crow-headed hydras. Whole ton of messages, so something's going on down there. I can also hear a scarab again, so yeah, let's go around just so we can make sure that we can descend safely. Uh-oh. Taking us right to the... Oh, no. You know, I keep thinking the red ones are going to explode. I imagine the red ones are probably just those that will refill your flask when you kill them, because we, of course, had 9 flasks, so we couldn't possibly refill our flasks in that instance. Thankfully, the crow-headed hydras, I perhaps shouldn't say this, because then, just knowing my luck, we'll get obliterated by one when saying it, but they have not really given us much trouble since we learned how to deal with them. Although granted, again, we are definitely over-leveled for this part of the world. Golden Rune level 2. Land Octopus Ovary. So what are all these messages for? Here. Why is it always necessary item? Bird, all the more bird. Indeed. Necessary item ahead. I don't see any items. I assume they mean somewhere over here, maybe. Time for skill. This is weird. Ooh, what the heck? Oh, is it the zombie friends again? It is indeed the zombie friends. Okay. What are they doing? Wow, that's a striking image. I think I might come back here later to take an image for the thumbnail. What are you guys up to over here? This is a large beach, very large beach. So again, I think this would have been the first time you were supposed to come into contact with these friends. Looking rough. These are the ones that hug you, right? Yeah. So once more, you're probably supposed to be lulled into a false sense of security. Okie dokes. Well, I don't think we're gonna kill all of them, because what's the point? We don't need the runes, and yeah, I think the risk is a lot higher than you might expect that they're just gonna end up obliterating us. I am still very curious about what that green body of water is. Why is it green? I suppose we'll find out. Okay, so these are all seemingly shipwrecks. Can't imagine what else these things would be. So were all these friends on boats in the sea? They shipwrecked? Are all these friends, were they on boats trying to flee the lands between? And then they ended up shipwrecked and having to come back here? Like, all those people on the map, they're all just trying to flee, but they just learn that it's fruitless, and then they end up having to come back. I'm very curious about all of these questions. Don't believe we'll be able to address many or any of them at this point, at least not for a while, but yeah, wow. Very intriguing stuff. Isolated Merchant's Shack. Hello. Whoa, what is going on with your face? Okay, fair enough.
Well, there's been an age since I've seen a customer. How can I help here at the end of the earth?
It's a good question. Note on the Wandering Mausoleums. Maybe that'll tell us something about the barnacles. 3 sacrificial twigs. I think we already have 1. I don't think we need any more than that. It does not say whether we have them or not. I think we have at least 1. Okay, bolts, great arrows, arrows. Oh, Zweihander, okay. Just about the largest sword a mere man is capable of swinging. True to its name, it is designed to be wielded in both hands. But those of merely ordinary strength will still struggle to do so. The long blade is heavy and sharp, sending foes reeling back with its broader strokes, while also capable of a devastating, piercing thrust. Lost Ashes of War. More stone sword keys. We should purchase those just in case. Smithing Stone level 2. Arterial Leaf, we don't need that. Don't need Bloody Fingers. Lantern, we don't need that as well. It's interesting that you can have up to 600 spare lanterns though. Don't know why, but I assume typically anyway, you would imagine that's for successive new game cycles, that you can just keep getting them as a way of maybe tracking how many new game cycles you've done. But the fact that you can pick up more than one of them in the world suggests that that's not a good system at all. So what do I know? Okay, thanks, friend.
Have a safe journey.
And you too, insofar as you are journeying anywhere. I think we'll call him Flagface. Again, not as an insult, just it's a descriptive term. Looks like he's wearing a flag in front of his face. Okie dokes. Where to from here now? I suppose we've gone to the 4th Church of Marika. Now let's see what's in this green pond. The pond is green. That is typically, I think, an indication that maybe there's an algae issue or something. I don't know. I'm not a biologist or anything, but... Or, yeah, that there's some standing water that's problematic. Or it's a swamp. I suppose swamps aren't necessarily bad. They do serve ecological ends, and there are Raya puppet friends here, which is interesting. Witchbane Ruins. So, whoa, okay. So just like that thing we saw, near the other passageway to the underground. The Ball of Heads, I guess you would call it. That was in not a poisonous swamp, but just a body of water. And it was about as weak as this thing was. So again, this, had we not gone to Raya first, this would have been our first encounter with either of those friends, both of those friends. I hope you guys aren't susceptible to poison. Insofar as you are, I apologize for summoning you here. Okay, so just the underground thing, and that's pretty much all that's here, I guess. I'm gonna assume it's just a treasure chest or something. Oh! Okay, is this the sorcerer we were supposed to seek? Friend ahead. Enemy, and then let there be death. Okay. Ambush shard, okay. Okay, sorry, friend. I'll free you in 1 second. I don't want to forget to read this description. Ambush Shard. One of the sorceries of Sellia, Town of Sorcery, launches a projectile from a distance removed from the caster so as to strike the enemy from behind. This sorcery can be cast repeatedly. The Sellian sorcerers were assassins, and it is said that they often hunted their fellows. Hello.
It will do no good, I swear it. And yet you persist. You frothing degenerates.
Okay, friend, I'm sorry. I know I'm here with some Rylacarian soldiers, but I promise you, and am I also wearing... Okay, I'm wearing a Carian knight armor. So, yes, I know I'm... Every indication is that I am from the same people who have done all of this, but I promise you I'm not.
It will do no good, I
Okay. Okay, friends, do you have any idea? Two of the three have already turned away. They're not even looking at her anymore, so I'm going to assume not. Yeah, all of this stuff with the, like, friend ahead, but then how do I help my friend? Enemy, and then let there be death. Is that guy saying that I should be killing her? Yeah, I'm just so confused with all the Rylacarian stuff that I was just thinking, oh my gosh, she's the one. We're finally gonna get the key to the study hall. This is the sorcerer we were supposed to be seeking, and yet no. Nope. That would be too easy, too simple. Okay, Poison Pond is done. So I guess next is this area here, and then this area here. Maybe that as well. Don't know how much longer our friends are going to be able to stick with us, so... See you later. Thanks for your help. And there they go. Auf Wiedersehen. Bah. Sorry, friends. Someone throwing fire pots from up above, it looks like. So yeah, I guess this is just a little mini fortification here. And by here I mean the place where we're going. My apologies. Foot Soldier Greaves. Rip. And by the place we're going, I mean this here. Not being very specific today, my apologies. Hi, okay. Did we follow the beach? I don't think we did all the way to the end, so perhaps before we go in that direction, we should make sure there's nothing over here by the water. Does look like it's just those zombie friends, though. That merchant friend. Yeah. That merchant friend said that we were at the end of the earth. So I think I want to say I mentioned this as a possibility when we were talking about the time-lapse footage I took and how it didn't seem to make any sense where the Earth was and where the sun was and the moon, and just things were sort of all out of sorts and didn't make any sense to me. And I mentioned the possibility that maybe the world is flat. And yeah, I don't know, because if they're, obviously when people say the end of the Earth, they mean that metaphorically. They typically don't mean that in a literal sense, because of course on Earth there is no end, because it's, a sphere or whatever the exact shape is. Sorry, friend. No, gosh darn it. So, yeah, but it is interesting, especially just thinking again about all of the people in the boats. Because, maybe, just maybe, they're all out in the boats trying to get somewhere, but then they realize, oh, wait, that's all there is. And, they reach the end of the map and they just sort of fall into an oblivion or something, which would be a very interesting direction for FromSoft to take this in. But then I don't know that the physics of that would necessarily make any sense, because again, this is going all the way back to episode 1 or 2, where I was very surprised about the compass at the top of the screen that, oh, sorry, doggo friend, I'll just leave you be. That's at the top of the screen, it suggests that there's a magnetic north in the world, and I don't know enough about this kind of stuff to say whether, I guess it would be physics, to say whether that is a consequence, the way compasses work and the like, that's a consequence of the way the Earth, the particular shape of the Earth. I don't believe compasses would work on flat planets, in other words. So, yeah, that's probably not what is happening here. Okay, so let's go check out this pond first, which has a bunch of fireflies and crow-headed hydras. And whatever the heck is going on here, they imprisoning this ghost friend, it looks like. Should not have said what I said about the crow-headed hydras. For a second I thought I sealed my own fate. Oh my goodness. Okay, they were trapping a scarab, actually, it looks like. Oh, please stop. Hate mosquitoes. I guess dragonflies in this case, but all the same in this game. Okie dokes. So, more or less just upgrade materials here, unfortunately. Or by upgrade materials, I mean crafting materials. What is up there? Okay, that's where the Erdtree was. Just making sure there's no caves or anything. Alrighty. These bats keep coming out of nowhere as well. I don't know where they're coming from. It's the time of day, it's night, so it makes sense, but it certainly doesn't look like night. Oh. Friends who have been crucified are understandably very vocal about their suffering. I can't imagine this leads anywhere. Still, we should probably check, and there is an item here anyway. Blood-curdling screams. Again, I've mentioned this before, but what I would have given to have been in the voice recording studio when people were recording voice lines for FromSoft game. It would be quite entertaining, I think. Oh gosh, darn it, mushroom. Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm equally in disbelief as you are, message friend. So nothing down there. I don't believe that for a second. No. People are definitely falling for it, though. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a kill volume there. You monsters just sitting there. Help them down. You know, I'm wondering about Kenneth Height. We have not been back to check on him for a while, and he may be in need of assistance, of a cretin like us. Although, yeah, I don't know that we've probably not advanced his quest line. Whatever it is we're supposed to do anyway. Actually not sure. You know, we did go back once or twice, and both times he was just still saying the same stuff. These guys are barely paying attention. Are you throwing those at me? Gosh darn it. Tower of Return. Okay. Returning where? So we're almost 2 hours into this episode. Nice work, friends. Well done. We're almost 2 hours into this episode. My hope is that by the end of this episode, we will have completed exploring the entirety of this new area, the Weeping Peninsula. I suppose we still have everything from here down to do, which I think is doable. So yeah, let's focus on trying to do that. Oh no. Okay. So this is a test. Oh, friend! You know that thing you were throwing at the enemies? Can you throw it at this chest here, please? Oh, what even... Oh, what is it? What is it? Do we have to craft it? Okay. Albinarch pot. Oh my gosh, I'm going to feel really dumb if that's what it was all along. Just an Albinarch pot, because... Obviously, I knew that from the previous games. Lloyd's Talisman used to get rid of mimics. That's for sleep. This is for Albinarch Pot. Gosh darn it. No, it did not work. Oh, what? Oh. Okay, I was not expecting that whatsoever. Okay, this looks exactly the same as the bridge to the Divine Tower. We are very, very close. We have not been this close to the Erdtree as of yet. The name sounds very familiar because Gideon off near the All-Knowing talked about Leyndell. Divine Bridge. What are you doing, friend? Okay. This game, it reminds me so much of like the NES Mario games. The NES Mario games, like just all of these different ways in which you could warp from one world to the next. I think in Mario Brothers 1 it was the pipes, in Mario Brothers 3 it was the flute. And yeah, but I can't process that in the context of a FromSoft game. Like, I don't get it. And does that mean this giant friend is going to obliterate us, I think? Because we, yeah, oh my goodness, look at how much HP they have. Okay, I guess not that much HP. Oh, that hurts. Okay, I see a portal over there also. I wonder where that goes. And there's a treasure chest on the other side. Uh-oh. Where are you running to? Oh. Oh, we're on the wrong side. Whoops. Crud. That could be a new farming spot. 3,000 every time you kill that friend. Try stomach. Okay, so there's a warp point here, but it doesn't look like it's active. Cannot be used now, indeed. Still no sending gate, therefore try lift. Okay, yeah, I figured we would have to go back to the lift at some point. Seek sword fighter, let there be scarlet rot. In other words, go to Caelid. You can see what looks like a massive dragon or parts of a dragon there. But yeah, I can barely, like, fathom this. Yeah, the underground parts don't seem to be in order. They seem to be their own little thing here off to the side. So I am wondering whether before we proceed to Caelid, we might even want to go deal with those areas as well. Because we might find ourselves in a situation once more where we're just massively, massively over-leveled for the area. Oh, okay, there's a chest here. I still don't... We warped through a chest, and we left our poor Raya Lucaria soldier friends just waiting there. They don't know where we went. Oh, man. Don't tell me this is also a warp point. It was a trapped treasure chest that we warped through. We have to go check out that other one now, because obviously, yeah, wow. My mind is blown. Blessed Dew Talisman. Talisman depicting a drop of the Erdtree sap, a blessed boon, gradually restores HP. It was once thought that the blessed sap of the Erdtree would drip from its boughs forever, but that age of plenty swiftly came to a close, and with time, the Erdtree became more an object of faith. The music here is haunting. Yeah, this looks just like the place leading to the first divine bridge we crossed. Oh, yeah, okay. So we're only getting a small taste of the area. We can't actually call the elevator up. Fascinating. You know, I just don't fully get it. I don't understand why. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, my mind is blown though at the same time. So that chest I think is here. Yeah, the Dragonburnt Ruins. So let's go have a look. Do we just jump on this chest and where does that take us? Because it seemed very like, yeah, I'm just, I don't know what to make of all of this. Oh, stop it, dog. Where is the... I don't remember where the entrance is. I guess I just sort of put it in the general area. Looks like it's over here. Or not. Oh, a gill. Sorry, rat friends. Sellia Crystal Tunnel. So again, it said ensnared in a transporter trap. I really wish I had tried that sooner. My mind is absolutely blown. Gravity Stone Fan, Gravity Stone Chunk. Oh, hello. Sorry, Crystal Friend. Although, yeah, we would not have been equipped to deal with that friend earlier. We would have been in deep, deep trouble. So yeah, these are, as I suspected, the same thing as those glintstone things. Okay. Why is it always suffering indeed? Where the heck are we? We are in Caelid. Oh, but we can't warp now. Okay, that's... Gosh darn it. I had to go and say the thing about wanting to finish the area in this episode. I had to go and say it, didn't I? Because now, I don't think that's happening. Because we have to make our way out of here, and then we still have to explore the rest of the area. Had to go and say it, Aegon. You had to. Oh, that's an interesting... Nice fancy moves there, friend. Okay. We're in trouble. That is unlike any monster in the game we've seen up to this point. It's too many arms. too many hands. Frightening. Just absolutely horrifying. All praise is sadness indeed. What do we do here now? So Sellia. Sellia. What is Sellia? We know that there's a sorceress Selin, I think. We have not rested at a site of grace here, so does that mean if we die, we'll end up back at the last site of grace we rested at? I wonder. We gosh darn it, almost 18,000 runes. Like, you know, we could do without them, but I would rather not waste those. This person is really annoying. Oh, stop it, please. Oh, stop it. I had to go and say it. I really did. Really should not have said anything. Maybe, should we climb out? Site of Grace has got to not be too far from here. Question is whether it's a one-way drop or not. It's beginning to look potentially like it might be. Oh, Smithing Stone level 5. Oh gosh darn it. I'm pretty sure that's what we needed to level up our weapon again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, these friends, I'm scared. I'm not a fan. They're much better dealt with at a distance. Rune Arc, okay. Oh, I'm not a fan of this area. Okay, level 5 Smithing Stone. That is exactly what we were looking for, okay. That'll allow us to get our sword, as though we're not over-leveled enough as it is. It'll allow us to get it up to, where the heck are we? Plus 13, we'll be up to plus 14. Oh, that would be incredible. Although again, not fully necessary at this point, seeing as we're pretty much... Yeah, I think that's a one-way drop, and that's intentional, because that was a trap. Very, very interesting trap, though, because, again, had we warped here at a much earlier point in the game, we would have been absolutely obliterated. Like, would not have been good at all. Okay, I'm not afraid of any of the miners, it's just these massive bug friends. Are they the ones who are running things here in Caelid? Is that what we're supposed to take away from this? Thank you. Smithing Stone level 5, I really appreciate it. Oh. Just an absolute boon, despite being a trap, this whole thing. Though we don't have enough cracked crystal. Obviously we grabbed a ton of it while we were farming the Gale Tunnel, so... Whew. Sorry friend, I can't leave you alive. Oh no. I'm still in disbelief. Again, you all must have been screaming at your televisions and whatnot, going, Aegon, try jumping on the trap. You know, I was so conditioned by Dark Souls 2. When you see something coming out of a chest, just duck and get out of the way. And you know, I'm pretty sure there were messages as well saying trap ahead. And my assumption was, okay, so if there's a trap, you go in the opposite direction or you dodge or whatever. And I just couldn't understand why the chest was closing again after opening for the first time. So just goes to show. Wow, the frame rate just absolutely got obliterated. You can hear lots of whispers here. There's a site of grace. Sellia Crystal Tunnel. So is this the entrance then? That would be convenient if it was. Rot grease. Okay, that's new, I think. Solidified grease made from a mixture of rotten materials. Craftable item. Coats armament inflicting scarlet rot. The effect lasts only for a short time. And you can see it has those like pustule type things that you see all throughout Caelid in the image for the item. Oh, thank goodness. I never thought I would... never in a million years thought I'd be so happy to see Caelid again. Look carefully ahead. What am I looking for? Oh, it's awful, though. Absolutely dreadful place. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's get out of here. We're going to go upgrade our weapon and then go back to the Weeping Peninsula. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Actually, we should... Hold on. Sorry, friend. Let's see what our current damage is. We're doing 488.
Back on no matter.
And now we're doing 4. Oh, because we're one-handing it now. Gosh darn it. Okay, it was 488. Well, just remember that. Where do we want to continue from? Probably from here. Okay, we were doing 488 and now it's 509. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. So yeah, we're over 500 now for our attack power. Again, as though we needed it at this point because we're clearly... yeah, we're definitely over leveled. I was trying to figure a way out of having to concede that we're vastly over leveled, but I really don't think I can do that. I think we already checked out this. These dogs are drinking from this water for some reason. That's really all there is here. The path looks like it leads just straight to the castle. I don't know who's dying in the distance. Someone is, though. We should maybe check that out as well. This. So, where to? Let's see. Right here is the first spot. Oh, crud. Rainbow stone. Okay, it just looks like there might be a chest down there, actually. And these weird demonic friends. Unless we've already opened that. Yeah, okay, yeah. We've already dealt with this, I think. I do remember passing under there. We dealt with these friends. We didn't want to kill the giant, so we just left the giant. So, yeah, we have already done all that. I don't really have any need for any more rune fragments, so, yeah, we're going to mark that off. So, yeah, that's all already done. That's great. Now, nothing really over on this side that's worth going after, I don't think. We should probably make sure, though, by just running over here. Have activated that Saint-Chium friend he led the way to those catacombs that we've already unlocked. So yeah, so that's all done. Tremendous. So really we're just back at the Rampart. So that's done. There's that merchant there, and just to the right, we have this ruined building. Okay, so now from here, I suppose we should just go around and then go up there. I guess we could have done that from here, but yeah, so we've kind of gone. We've definitely gone the long way around, but that's all right. Question is, are the ramparts worth exploring? Actually, it does not look like there's much to explore. It's just a wall with a hole in it. That looks like it could be another golden seed down there, but I'll have to return to that shortly. Maybe I'll mark it on the map. Yeah, okay. Looks like another shack. Yellow ember. Oh no. Okay. Madness, friends. Frenzied friends. Yellow ember. So is that for preventing... Is that for preventing madness? An ember taken from the eye socket of a corpse. Material used for crafting items. A sign that the deceased suffered from the flame of frenzy. This grape has ripened and burst. Okay. I imagine we'll probably have to find a cookbook somewhere that corresponds to, yeah, the recipe for that. Again, things that you miss in these earlier areas can actually come back to bite you in the rear if you're trying to figure out Eye of Yellow. That's a rot item, I think. You know, missing these things in these earlier areas, we were just not at all prepared for the Frenzied Flame Village. You can hear a scarab again. Question is, oh yeah, I think it's the one down there, which I believe we've already dealt with. Can hear more frenzied rats. Sorry, friend. Some more root resin. Wow, so all these friends are frenzied. So this area then, oh, okay. So really, again, I think this might have been the area that was intended to prepare us for the Frenzied Flame Village. I think we've come across a good division of labor in terms of our summon friends, in that Jellyfish Friend is a tremendous boss companion for boss fights, whereas these friends are great for being in the open world. I suppose provided that you want them to murder everyone and you're okay with them killing certain people. Yeah, this is going to be almost certainly where we get our cookbook from. That we need to address Frenzy. This is reminiscent of the burning in the Undead Settlement in Dark Souls 3. No. Just doing a normal attacks now. Sorry, friends, I don't trust any of you. Uh-oh. That was, yeah. I think I was right not to trust them. Massive rat. Callu, okay. Baptismal Church. As many of you are probably aware, my given name is Callum. So, seeing a church named Callu is a weird... Just one letter away from my actual name. It's a bit of a shock for a second there. Good job, friends. Sacred Tear. Tear, oh tear. The Flame of Frenzy. Incantation originating from the maddening 3 fingers. Causes the yellow flame of frenzy to burst forth from the caster's eyes. Charging increases the range of the burst. The flame of frenzy deals damage and causes buildup of madness. This incantation also causes buildup of madness in the caster and is only effective against tarnished. Okay, that's really interesting. The maddening 3 fingers. So we have 2 fingers and we have the 3 fingers. So we're starting, I think, to get a clearer picture of the cosmology of the world, which I think requires a clearer picture of the various major players in the world. Wow, yeah, fascinating stuff, really. Oh, no, I can't go that way, because otherwise our friends will be sent away. Let's, we have to still clear out the rest of this village here, it looks like. Ailing Village, indeed. That's a good name for it. So again, I suspect, or at least I hope, there's going to be a cookbook somewhere here. Site of Grace, apparently. What is the Eye of Yellow again? I think that... Yeah, shrub, fruit bursting with ripened pulp. Material used for crafting items. Grown in lands afflicted by frenzy. It's used for its pain-relieving properties, though it's also known to be a dangerous intoxicant. You can hear more frenzied rats. Flamecrest wooden shield. A tall, medium-sized wooden shield, light for its size and easy to handle, carried by soldiers of the village that is afflicted by frenzy. The yellow flame is the symbol of the affliction, serving as a warning to those who might approach the village. Friends, there's a wall there. Nice try, though. I appreciate your dedicated assistance. Or I should have said dedication and assistance. Okay, guess there's not really a heck of a lot else here. Everything is boarded up. Get him, friends! Yeah, thankfully they don't seem to be susceptible to frenzy. There's the Site of Grace. Okay, friends, it doesn't look like you can come much farther, so maybe we'll explore around the side of this building before I proceed to the Site of Grace. Just to make sure we've got everything. Thank you, friends, for, again, your kind dedication and assistance. We'll go light and sit at this Site of Grace now. Ailing Village outskirts. Oh, we can upgrade our flask, actually. So what is this at? Okay, yeah, that's the Forest Lookout Tower. So we've dealt with the Ailing Village, Callu Baptismal Church, and yeah, I guess we just have to head back in this direction. For those of you wondering, my name means dove, as in the white bird. So I don't know what Callu means, but Callum means dove. So yeah, there is that. Okay, let's head back over here. How many runes do we have? 22,000. I've been very protective of our runes in the playthrough up to this point, as you might expect, given just that's how you're supposed to play the game to some degree. Map ahead. Thank you, we've already got that though. I do think we've now got to the point where... Oh yeah, I forgot there was a great bow archer. Yep, there they are, okay. Just saw them off in the distance. I would have zoomed in, but that might have... we might have paid the price for that. So the question is, now, do we just charge straight at the Great Bow Archer? I think we might actually be better off doing that and then returning to the rest of this stuff. So we'll just maintain obscured sight lines so we can get a bit closer. If we can deal with that friend in the royal city, then this friend should be no problem whatsoever. Oh yeah. Wow. Rip friend, I'm sorry. That was really dreadful display on your part. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think... it doesn't look like there's a lot here. It just seems like it's a large open field with various different obstacles, which you were probably supposed to use exactly as we just used it to weave and dodge in order to not get hit by those arrows. Golden seed. I think we're going to need 3 golden seeds now, probably, or 4, to increase our charges in our flask once again. Okay, so now probably want to see what's up here. I want to see what's here. This is where we currently are. Don't need to look at that anymore. And maybe here. Beach, maybe. So, let's see. Oh, that was really close. You always see in movies when horses are near a cliff. Probably happens. It's one of those tropes now that I think about it. Like every time you have a horse in a movie, it's going to be a point where they reach a cliff and then the horse goes, "Ugh," and at the last second pulls up so that they don't fall down into the cliff. Although it's funny just how frequently, visions of bird indeed, friend. Funny how frequently that's happened to us in this game up to this point, so. Whoops. Hold on, friend. Okay, yeah, so the ones that are red, I'm pretty sure those ones refill your flask. The ones that are blue refill your cerulean tears. And I think the yellow ones are probably the ones that give you the... Yeah, I'm sure there's a color code that, you know, we should know by this point, but... Unless visions of bird meant that there was a death bird somewhere here, but I have not seen one, so it's possible maybe at night. What's the time of day? It's late day, okay. Did not say try night, though, so... Could just be imagining that. Okay, so there is a cemetery area over here, so we'll have to make sure we come back to check that. Can't believe how long I left the Weeping Peninsula just dangling here. Oh. Hello, poison friends, poison zombie friends. Again, they're inflicted with rot or something, I guess. I think that's the takeaway here. Is that what's in the... no, that's poison. Okay. So again, presumably, they're meant to warn us about Callu in a way. Just be careful if you see these friends. I don't know what their significance is supposed to be in this particular area. Uh-oh. Okay, there's some gravity-defying stuff happening here. Oh no. Oh. Okay, we're fine. Oh! Maybe not. That was very, very silly. Okay, so this one appears to be glowing gold. So I think this one has an item. Oh, okay. Poison mist. Incantation of the Servants of Rot releases a poisonous mist before the caster. This incantation can be cast while in motion. Those who dwell within poison know rot all too well, the death that begets life that comes to all equally. That is to say, it is the cycle of rebirth put into practice. Okay, so in other words, yeah, those zombie friends were indeed meant to foreshadow, I guess. There's a bear, a bear over there. They were indeed meant to foreshadow the Caelid Rot area. Okay, so where the heck are our runes now? What a terrible spot to die. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're good, we're good. I wish I'd seen all those bloodstains beforehand. Okay, this is weird. These slime things are seemingly attacking the zombies. Oh, it's because there's a crab there, so they were confused. Oh. Oh. So... the crab is obviously trying to get us. But in the process, they're hurting their zombie friends. Alrighty then. That item is not going to be worth it. Crab eggs. Okay, no, definitely not worth it. Okay, so zombies are a thing, and we need to look out for them in Caelid. Obviously, I know they're already there, but... or I should say, I already know that there were zombies there, but yeah. Not really sure there's much to be gained by fighting all those friends, and insofar as there is... yeah, so be it. It's just, it's a... what's the word I'm looking for? It's a slog. Slog? Is that the word? Really is a lot of work, and there's not much of a payoff to it. Maybe drag. Drag is what I'm looking for. It's a drag fighting those friends. Here's another one of those demon friends. Okay, that was not worth it. I think slog is the word I was looking for. Yeah, who knows. We're at that point in the episode where I'm starting to get sleepy, and my office is starting to get very hot. It's only 26. We're a far cry from the days early in the playthrough when the AC was broken and it was summer out, so it was like 30, 31 in here. That was not pleasant. AC is fixed, but obviously it's a bit later in the year now, given that it's November 10th, and so it's a bit less chilly. Or sorry, it's more chilly outside, and so in here it's, you know, even when it's ends up being very, very hot, it's not nearly as unbearable as it was. But all the same, I'm starting to get a bit to that particular state where we're going to need to wrap up soon. How much recording time do I have left? I have just under half an hour. So I don't think we'll have time for the castle today, but I think that's fine. Might need to just do it in the next episode. Hello, friends. You may not know me, but I know your friend Aurelia. So I'm just going to quickly pick these things up, which, yeah, not at all worth it. And then I will be out of your hair. I know you don't have hair, but I'll be out of it. And then we just have to loot this graveyard here, and then maybe we will see what's inside the castle. Could this be a hero? Could this be a sword fighter? The Siege of Castle Morne. A lone hero fights for his vengeance, only to fall at the hand of Lord Godfrey. Behold wolf, or could this be a knight? Okay. So nothing really to loot here. Just want to make sure there's nothing going on over here. Try mushroom and then be wary of chaos. Didn't expect message. Okay. Helpful messages are helpful. And those ones are not. Okay, yeah, we might as well, just for the sake of posterity, check the other side as well to make sure there's nothing going on here. No secret tunnels or caves or catacombs. Does not look that way. Okie dokes, nowhere else left to go. Wow, so the new exploration heuristic, I suppose we still have not done all the secondary areas before the destination area. Only I had a god. Try legs. Oh, God. No idea what all these things mean. First off, good luck. I want to go home. Okay, so I don't get it. I don't get it, but I don't need to. That's fine. Castle Morne lift. Okay, so we have Morne Tunnel to mark that. We have Earthbore Cave. I think that is marked. Whoops. It is indeed. We have the Impaler's Catacombs. I'd already almost forgotten my own heuristic. So, yeah, unfortunately we have to. Unfortunately. I suppose we can do whatever the heck we want. But my system is to do all the secondary areas first and then do the destination area, which is Morne's Castle. So, let us now see. Oh, these enemies are just like murdering themselves for some reason. I don't get it, but don't need to. Okay, so the one on the list that is highest up. You don't need South of the Lookout Tower anymore. Nor the Bridge of Sacrifice. So Impalers, Tombsward, and Earthbore. Then Morne Tunnel. Okay. So let's, I think we have time to do the Impaler's Catacombs before we call it an episode. So let's get started on that. So yeah, I do feel good about this new exploration heuristic. I think it's helpful. Because, you know, we got here and I knew exactly what to do and how to do it, and you know, I think it worked out. So I think that's going to be our approach going forward. Just do all of the open world areas first. Then second, the so this is where we're going to go for the boss, of course. And then second, after the open world areas, do the catacombs, caves, tunnels, and then the destination area. Some more glovewort, which never use enough of that. Oh, friends. This is a bit of a different look compared to the other catacombs. Okay, up before down. That's down. This one is up. So Thankfully, these friends are a little bit premature in when they jump you. Creepy. Now time to go down. Okay. Was not expecting that. Oh no, spikes. Okay. So, where to from here? Does it keep going up for as long as you're on it? I wonder. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else there for us, so that's good. It's a good thing I stopped short before stepping foot on it in the first place. Although, maybe there is something else there, because I don't think there's anywhere else for us to go. First off, plump sort, therefore seek left. Okay. Okay, I'm a little bit lost now. So maybe there is a little bit more to that puzzle. So we're supposed to jump down here? I guess so. Okay, I was not expecting that. I just thought it was a clever trap. Okay, some zombie friends here. Are they just gonna keep coming? I think they might. Okay, yeah. No wonder it said try running through. Ooh, please help. Help me. Appropriate carvings are appropriate. Root resin. Okay, zombie friends, I'm just gonna... Gosh darn it. Eventually everything turns into a zombie movie. We have discussed this previously in the episode, the one episode in which we tried to go ahead and kill it before I tucked tail and ran away. There's the lever we were looking for. Somewhere a heavy door is opened. Frame rate just died of death. Ouch. Well played, friend. Okay, is this supposed to be a dumbwaiter or something? Ah, okay. That's convenient. I don't know why the frame rate decided it didn't want to exist anymore. Do we want to... You can hear little footsteps. Do we want to sit at the site of grace? No, probably not. I think we're fine. Try Raptor. Time for summoning. Dong ahead. Beware of skinny sword. Oh gosh darn it. I keep forgetting to drink before buffing, but yeah, my bad. Oh, I hate the burial watchdogs. Demi-Human ashes. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirits of 5 demi-humans. Spirits of demi-humans that are small in stature but have a violent, brutish disposition. Though they seem somewhat intelligent, when night falls, their blood boils and they become feral. So I suppose that's why when we see them sometimes their eyes are red. That's probably because we're catching them at night. That makes sense. Once again, seeing people returning to roots, and it looks quite ghastly. And root resin to reinforce that point. Okay. A little bit underwhelming, these catacombs, but that's okay. Doesn't need to blow your mind every time. So where to now? Tombsward Catacombs. Again, dreadful frame rate. Open before close, so we're going to leave that for now. And come back over here. Okay, this skeleton is using fire. Are they going to come back to life? They are indeed, so we need our Order's Blade. Get wrecked. Pick up some Glovewort. Don't mind if I do. Is definitely reminiscent of Catacombs from Dark Souls 1, where you just hear skeletons rising everywhere. It just creates this sense of anxiety because you never know when the skeleton's just gonna pop up behind you. This all appears to be very low-level Glovewort, though, unfortunately. Okay, they got me checking every single corner now. Pretty sure we've dealt with one of these before. That's how we did it. Simple enough. Although I think the first time I did not have a clue until we read a message which indicated that we should be using a bow, so I shouldn't be pretending like it's no problem for me. Because clearly I struggled with that previously. Thank you. Okay, we have to try, we have to try the new carvings. So there's please help.
Please help.
Very polite. And thank you. Or sorry, I'll try to anticipate this one. Thank you.
Thank you.
I wasn't far off, actually. I don't know. I think the original carvings is good. It's really hard to beat those. Ow, that hurt, friend. That was not nice of you. It's going to be really hard to beat those original carvings. Okay, that's starting to get annoying. So I think, yeah, jumping off required to hit, it says. So jump up here. Ah. Clever. Might not have figured that out, once again. I've not had a message to guide me, so can't pretend like I'm a pro in this game when clearly I get a lot of help from messages. And I'm okay with that. Okay, level 2 Grave Glovewort. I'm reasonably certain we've already sort of, you know, it's possible that we can just use those materials to upgrade friends that we've not yet tried at this point, but don't know that any of these upgrade materials are really going to help us all that much. So we're back basically at the beginning. Okay, very nice. So now let's go check out the Stone Sword Key door before we proceed to the boss, which is there. Should have known. No, let me buff my weapon, please. Gosh darn it. Nice try, skeleton friend. I guess I needed to press X there to advance the prompt, but yeah, that was a bit annoying. Ah, Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 9. Please tell me that is what I think it is, and it has something to do with Frenzy. Rancor Pot. Okay. What is a Rancor Pot? Use to spawn vengeful spirits. In times of old, the dead were burned with ghost flame, and from those cinders arose vengeful spirits. So that's not. It's enchanted by an ancient death hex. That's not what I was hoping for, but, you know. Another thing to throw in our pot, I guess. Okie dokes, let us proceed to the boss finally. Once again, I buffed my weapon first, but that's okay. Cemetery Shade. Okay, so again, this friend from... very reminiscent of those friends from Bloodborne. Leyndell the Headless. Legendary ashen remains used to summon the spirit of Leyndell the Headless. Spirit of a headless knight who leads the mausoleum soldiers, wields a lance enrobed in death and hurls spectral lances at foes. Leyndell sacrificed her life so that in death she could continue to protect a soulless demigod until their revival, earning her the hero's honor of Erdtree Burial. So, 2 of these 4 friends here earned Erdtree burials. I was wondering if that entire line would have been friends who had earned Erdtree burials. So, you know, as with the previous catacombs we entered, you get not just the spirits, new summon spirits, but also the upgrade materials to upgrade them. So, yeah, makes a lot of sense. Let's head back to the entrance now. Okay, well, you know, I have been trying to keep these episodes below 3 hours, but at this point, we might as well also do Earthbore Cave, so let's do it. Oh. Okay, wait, so is this the one? Gosh darn it. Oh my goodness. I was thinking, you know... Oh, stop it, rats. I was thinking this was going to be another teleport trap. And so, yeah, I got confused for a second because I was like, wait a second, so is this the one we've already sort of dealt with? Oh man, yeah. I am dreadful when it comes to reading and processing the messages I'm seeing. I'm sure I don't need to remind you all of the Chapel of Anticipation trap that I fell for, because that was, yeah. You know, I guess to be fair, probably one of the funnier moments of the playthrough. But one that exemplifies my tendency to sometimes read messages and read things and not actually process what they mean. Okay, I probably should not have summoned those friends. No, yeah, okay. No, we'll rest at the site of grace so that, no, I'm not a pointless chest. Poor turtles, sorry turtles. You know, when we fell into the trap, though, I think we got really lucky that the big rat just did not seem to activate for some reason. They were just staring at us. Look at all the bloodstains. Wow. Oh no, what the heck? Where did they go? So they're only for that one narrow hallway? What the heck? Doesn't make any sense. These rats are not especially adept at fighting Tarnish, so I suppose we will count ourselves lucky. Glowstone and Kukri. Silver Firefly. Where's this strong foe? Try Edge. Seek Stomach and then try Bloodlust. Is this the boss? Oh, gosh darn it, it's not, but might as well be. Oh, it is. Okay. Runebear. rip, friend. Sorry, for a second I thought he wasn't dead. Spelldrake Talisman. Talisman depicting a blue ancient dragon. Boosts magic damage negation. The ancient dragons who ruled in the prehistoric era before the Erdtree would protect their lord as a wall of living rock, and so it is that the shape of the dragon has become symbolic of all manner of protections. Okie dokes. Smoldering Butterfly and Trina's Lily. Again, a somewhat underwhelming side area, but yeah, I don't think it's meant to be a massively impactful area. Okie dokes, back to the entrance. Okay, well, I think that's going to do it for this one. So thank you all very, very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.